So a lot of you guys are torn between three permanent residencies. Well, I'm going to discuss which one is truly permanent. The other ones are permanent as well, but they're just not called permanent. And the two major advantages: it takes 3 days, 15 days, and up to 30 days to knock each one of them. I'm going to discuss which one is faster. There's nothing much in the timing here. They're all really fast. And the most important thing, their nationality. Let's say you naturalize in these countries. They're flexible, of course, but you naturalize in these countries, the passports are some of the strongest in the world. The first residency that I would like to talk about is an absolute no-brainer because it does not really require any investment into the country. All you got to do, and most of you guys watching do qualify for this one, I'm going to discuss an option where you ultimately qualify for a full EU nationality, a EU citizenship, and this one is the overseas Dutch territory of Aruba in 30 days. So this one takes slightly longer as compared to the other residency, but still it's super fast by any stretch. And all you got to show is a bank account, a bank balance, the minimum amount of money that you need to have in a bank balance. And there's a magical caveat to this. I'm going to discuss that. The amount is 50,000 euros in your existing bank account. So you know you don't need to have this account in Aruba. You don't need to open up bank accounts there. You already have an account. And in that bank account, you want to have 50,000 euros. This balance, the magical part of this is this balance does not need to be maintained. There doesn't need to be any history of this balance. Let's say you deposited this a couple of days ago. You create a statement as of today. It shows 50,000 euros and you qualify. Most people watching already qualify for this or can easily qualify for this if they want to. This is a no-brainer. A lot of people will just want to collect this purely for the lifestyle, the safety, the richness of the country, and all the three countries that I'm going to discuss in this video, the three options. Reason why people are torn up is because politically muted countries, not much of political drama happening. It's a safe country, access to beaches, beautiful country, and eventually, as I said, the main theme, the main goal is the powerful, the strong nationality that people would want. And which one is better? I'm going to give you my opinion, overall opinion, but each one thinks differently. Each one's lifestyle demands a different solution, and each one would love or fall in love with a different residency. So it all is a personal choice eventually. My job is really to highlight the pros and cons, compare each option so you can make the right decision for yourself. So Aruba is one option, absolute no-brainer. A lot of people have acted on this. A lot of people are doing Aruba. And for any of these options, we have specialized local teams in these countries or territories. You may have a few questions, you may be interested in a quote, whatever the case may be, you can always click the link, book a call, we can have a quick discussion and then get you started with whichever residency you're looking to get yourself and your family started on. All the three countries do support adding dependents on the application. And before I discuss the second and more importantly, the third option, if you aren't subscribed to this channel, I would like to ask you for a favor. Please take a moment and check your subscription and turn it on. It really helps this channel. It helps me get you more valuable content and it helps me keep you updated of any program, any changes, and my analysis. Now let's deep dive in the second option, which is the Latvia Golden Visa. This is a EU permit. Right, so even getting the residency, you have access to the entire EU region. Once you become an EU citizen, once you have the nationality, then you can indefinitely settle in any of the 28 EU countries. The biggest USP of the Latvia a golden visa is that it's a paper residency, it's a flexible residency, indefinitely renewable. So although we are not calling it permanent or legally it's not termed as permanent, essentially this one does act as a permanent residency if you want to keep this as a permanent solution. Of course, you can naturalize, and naturalize would require more connections to the country. It's not simply going to turn up once every year and you're flying. No, you got to demonstrate some logical ties to the country. Anyways, if you're looking to be a citizen of an EU nation and you want to have more ties to that country, so when you're naturalizing, when you're interviewing, you have all of those things kept ready. Now, regarding the permit itself, the investment criteria, here again, you're looking at investing 50,000 euros. You have three options of investing this money. You're not giving this to anyone. You're eventually the owner of this. You're the beneficiary of this. You're going to get this money back whenever you need it. But you have three ways of investing this money. One is starting your own company, investing it in your own company, right? So you pay the taxes, you put this 50K, keep it with you, not giving it to anyone. And then as long as you're paying the minimum taxes that are required of this business, you're fine. That's the first way. The second way is that you invest this in a company of your choice. Let's say you screen a company, you like a company, it qualifies under the program requirements. Our attorney can quickly tell you, give you an opinion whether that company would qualify or not qualify. The third option is choose from an existing pre-selected company. There are 4 or 5, I would say 5 or 6 companies on that list. You can screen them. You can make sure that you're satisfied or comfortable with that company, and all you're putting in here is 50,000 euros. If you lock this in for 5 years, you're going to get interest on that money, so actually passively earning money. Apart from the 50,000 euros, there's also a state fee that you're looking at, which is 10,000 euros. Now, this is the cost that you're looking at for the Latvia golden visa. And when we say it's a golden visa, essentially it's a paper residency, which is a flexible residency. Nothing illegal, nothing wrong. Simply means that you don't have to physically reside in the country. You're simply turning up for the renewals. And as I said, if you're looking for citizenship, then you are satisfying those requirements and naturalizing in that country. The third option is the new entrant, and this has created a sensation. This is one of my favorite options, and this is one of the safest and one of the best and the most premium Latin country. It's unlike any other country. So I don't think this compares with Argentina, Paraguay. Forget Paraguay. Paraguay, I would say, is a poor man's back pocket residency. A lot of people, a lot of wealthy individuals may not go for Paraguay. We have a dedicated team in Paraguay for both the legal and tax purposes. But the highlight, the premium option, the class option is Uruguay. The passport that you get from Uruguay is one of the strongest and one of the classiest passports in the world. And they used to have a problem before where the nationality would say your original nationality, but they have since fixed that problem. It is one of the fastest citizenship processes.
You can apply for citizenship, and the process takes around 6 months to 1 year to get the passport. But you need to
Really?
leave. Yes, but
Wow. So that's how fast it is? 6 months to 12
yes,
months?
yes, but
6 to 12 months for a passport after you apply is insane. It's crazy. Now, how soon can you apply for this nationality? The great thing over here is that you're directly starting off with a permanent residency. So you are going to be eligible for applying for citizenship in just 3 years with your family, right? Assuming you have children, and other people would wait for 5 years. So it really varies between 3 years and 5 years based on your family composition. This is a flexible or a paper permanent residency. So nope, you don't need to physically be in the country. Turn up once every 3 years and you're good to go. But of course, as I said, if you're looking for citizenship, then you want to strike the minimum physical presence, establish some logical connection to the country, and then you apply for nationality. We have one of the fastest, one of the most experienced attorneys who directly deals with immigration on a daily basis. So your permanent residency is secured, and in her words, the citizenship is one of the fastest, one of the easiest, one of the most straightforward processes in the entire world. So I don't think even the Canadian or the American or any other citizenship process runs this fast. This is a very unique opportunity and unique option. Now, in terms of the investment, what do you have to give them? How much do you need to commit? Here is the insane part. Simply by showing active salary. If you're earning some money per month, and if that amount is $1,200, does not matter how you're earning it, right? Could be passive income, of course, legal means, but I'm saying it doesn't matter if it is a passive income or active salary or a business income, whatever it may be. If that amount is 1,200 US dollars, I can promise you 99% or 95% of everyone watching this channel at least would earn $1,200 per month. And if you're showing this income, then you qualify for the Uruguay direct permanent residency, paper residency. So this is an absolute no-brainer to immediately start this and grab this and keep it in your back pocket. And if you are interested in all that all-important, powerful, amazing Uruguayan nationality, you always have the option, you have the resources. Which one is my favorite pick from this list. Now, we do all three, and we have clients that are interested in all three. My personal favorite option here is Uruguay, simply because it's the one of the safest and one of the best Latin countries to add to your portfolio. You can enter visa free and get the entire process done from inside 3 days for the permanent residency. It does not get any better than this. So that is one of my favorite parts. So speed is very special, very important to me. A lot of wealthy individuals or high net worth individuals or busy people, let's call them busy people, don't have the time, don't have too much time, right? They're very successful. They're doing a business. They're already settled in their home country. They want a paper residency. They want something in 2 or 3 days. Uruguay checks that box. The passport is one of the most powerful passports. 6 months to 12 months for any passport is insane. Even most of the CBI programs take more time than that. So this is lightning fast. You can't go wrong. It's a Mercosur nationality, one of the most powerful, or I would say the most powerful Mercosur nationality. So my personal favorite is Uruguay. Now, before you go, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Which program is your favorite? And if you missed the interview with our Uruguayan head of legal, hop onto this one. She talks about all the different details of this program. Catch you in this one.